Relationships don't have problems. People have problems. Relationships are perfect. Marriages are amazing, perfect, fine. Friendships, amazing, perfect, fine. Child-parent relationships are amazing, perfect, fine. The problem is us. We don't honor relationships. Welcome everybody to I'm Just Talking Podcast. Man, I went away. Y'all see the gray, and now I got a lot to say. As of today, we got 20 subscribers. We're trying to run it up to 1,000 so we can get monetized. I'm going to help you. You're going to help me. We're going to have a great time today. Welcome everybody. Come on in the room. All right, welcome everybody. We're going to jump right in, man. The one thing that can save any relationship, the one thing that can change any relationship, the one thing that's going to help any relationship, you guys know what it is? It is the honor system. You guys ever heard of the honor system? The honor system is a system that the world is built on. Before we had money, before we had goods and services, we had honor. So we basically did business with people, talked to people, built relationships based upon one simple thing, just honor. Not transactions, not all those other things, just honor. What's honor? I want to trust you to do what you say you're going to do. You're going to trust me to do what I say I'm going to do. This one thing can help save anyone's relationship. You guys like how? Let's talk about it. First thing is, the world was built up on an honor system. Honor is when you adhere to what you know is right. Here's the thing. Relationships don't have problems. People have problems. Relationships are perfect. Marriages are amazing, perfect, fine. Friendships, amazing, perfect, fine. Child-parent relationships are amazing, perfect, fine. The problem is us. We don't honor relationships. We honor ourselves above relationships. Give me an example. All right, I got you. Here we go. Here's an example. When you get into a relationship, what do you think about? What the person or the relationship can do for you. You don't think about what you can do for the relationship. You also don't think about the relationship being above you. You think about you getting into a relationship. But the truth is, the relationship's above you. In case you guys didn't know, it's hard out here in these relationship streets. It's hard to secure a good relationship. What's that mean? The relationship might be a little bit more important than you. It's harder to find. Its value is higher than you. So the relationship should be put above you. Everyone who survives marriage, everyone who's been through long-time relationships, long-time friendships, it's because they put the relationship above themselves, above their needs, above their psyche, above their feelings, and they prioritize the relationship. That's how you fix any relationship. Let's talk about it. So in a marriage, in a friendship too, everybody already knows what you should be doing. Everybody already knows what you should be doing. In a marriage, you should be faithful. In a marriage, you should trust each other. In a marriage, you should talk to each other with respect. In a marriage, you should not talk to other people. In a marriage or even a friendship, guess what? You should be friendly. You should be nice. You should be happy. You should be kind. We already know all these things. So why do relationships not work? You. Because of you. Because of me. Because guess what? We look for opportunities for us to devalue or not honor the relationship. What do you call it? Well, this person said something or did something. Now I don't have to honor a relationship anymore. This person was mean to me. Now I get to dishonor the relationship. We always think about us, then the relationship. If you want to fix any relationship, you got to think about the relationship and then you. If both parties are focusing on the relationship, guess what? You stop thinking about focusing on yourself and you prioritize the relationship. out of relationship comes almost every good thing that we have in interpersonal relationships when it comes to humans. You need relationships to have kids. Uh, that's sticky. But you need relationships, or at least relations, to have kids. You need relationships to build networks. You need relationships to build friendships. You need relationships. So everybody already knows how to honor those things. The truth is, we don't, because we feel disrespected. We don't because we feel like it's transactional. The currency inside of honor is simply honor. Adherence to what you know you're supposed to do. There is no transactions in an honor system. No transactions. You do what you're supposed to do no matter what. I do what I'm supposed to do no matter what. I'm not looking to you. I'm only going to do what I'm supposed to do if you do what you're supposed to do. You're only going to do what you're supposed to do if I do what I'm supposed to do. That's not how honor works. See, honor is not even morality. There are thieves who have honor. There are criminals who have honor. I mean, I'm not going to break into this. I mean, I'll break into anybody else's house, but not this person, because I got some respect for them. Or even killers and things like that. I'm not gonna hurt this person or this person. Why? Because I got respect. I got some honor. Honor does not require morality. Great if it does, but it doesn't even require morality. There's honor among criminals. There's honor among other people. Anyway, there's some honor. It does not require morality. So let's go. So let's break this down. How can you fix your honor system? Well, people disrespect other people because they feel disrespected. People hurt other people because they feel hurt. People dishonor relationships because they feel like the relationship is no longer serving them. Think about this. If you want your relationship to work, if you want to change everything, you got to stop focusing on the person and start focusing on the relationship. What do I mean? The relationship is so rare. You know how hard it is for a person to get married, for it to trust. Everybody got trust issues these days. You know how hard it is for that to come to. So the way you got to do it now is we must focus on relationships, being good in and to the relationship. What's that mean? I'm going to be respectful to the relationship no matter what. Why? Because look at the results. Look around. Look around. How many good marriages do you know? How many good relationships do you know? We've already seen the result of people who don't honor. So you and I got to be the people who do honor. We must find someone who honors relationships. What's that mean? You and I cannot get into a relationship with people who do not honor relationships. Some red flags off the top. If the person does not value marriage, ask them this one simple question. How do you feel about marriage? If they feel like, guess what? Red flag. Burning red flag. Why? Because they don't value marriage. In other words, they don't value relationships. That's key number one. That's easy to spot. Second thing is this. Ask them how many relationships they've been in. A person who is a serial relationship person, man, they're probably not going to be good at relationships. Why? Because they didn't have way too many. And probably they'll tell you the problem was them, and them. That's not how it works. So if you want a good relationship, you have to prioritize being good in the relationship. What's that? First thing, you got to be honest. There needs to be some honesty, some transparency. There's got to be some openness, not just to the person, to the relationship. There's also has to be some close, some security. In other words, relationship got to be between me and you, and everybody else is on the outside. I can't bring other people in to my relationship. The conversations that we have inside the relationship stay in the relationship. The things that we do inside the relationship stay inside the relationship. That's how you protect the relationship from the outside and secure it from the inside. No one comes in, nothing goes out. It's just you and them. Imagine if you had a person to tell all your secrets to and they never spilled the beans. They never judge you for those secrets. Man, wouldn't that be an amazing relationship? Amazing relationship. Let's go. How can I recover? How can I recover this relationship? Well, first thing is this. is it possible for you to trust that person again? If it's not possible, it's probably over. It's probably over. But if it's possible for you to trust again, you guys got to start rebuilding from the inside out. What's that mean? Anything that we do going forward has to only be between the two of us. There can be no external people. So if you're trying to rebuild a relationship, rebuild a friendship, there can be no external people. You got it, man. None. Just you and them. All conversations got to be confidential, internal. You guys got to spend a little bit more time together. Rebuild just talking. In other words, I know what I've done. I know what you've done. Let's talk about what we need to do. That's how you build a relationship. What do we need to do? And then guess what? Focus on your part, not their part, your part. You got to become an honorable person. That has nothing to do with the other person. You got to become honorable. And guess what? People who are honorable attract people to them. People who are dishonorable, they attract too, but then eventually they repel. I'm going to teach you guys a trick. It's going to help you to be able to see if someone is honorable or not. Super, super easy. See if they will admit their fault in any relationship. I'm talking about any parent, child, friendship, business, employee, employer. If they will admit they were at fault, that's a person who has some form of honor. But if they tell you the other person's the problem, man, run, because that person has no honor. How can you be in an honorable relationship if that person has no honor? All right, so here's another one. If you know someone who quits a lot, man, they had 15 jobs and they're always the one quitting or getting fired. If they quit a lot, if things get hard and they quit, that's a red flag, especially for relationships. Why? Because relationships get hard. Why? Because people always mess up. Relationship gets hard, and then you got to deal with the pressure and the situation. If a person always wants to quit and give up, they're not honorable. Those kind of people are the people who go cheat on you, people who leave you for no reason, who ghost you. The quitters are not honorable. So if you want to be honorable, you can't be a quitter. You have to commit to something that's actually worth committing to, obviously. But when you're dealing with an honorable person and you're honorable, it's a lot easier to make a commitment. And that goes to anything, man. That goes to church. That goes to your employer, your friend. When you're dealing with an honorable person, it's a lot easier to adhere to the honor inside that relationship. But quitters are a red flag, especially people who quit when things get hard or things get difficult. And their first response is to throw up their hands and quit. Those are not people you want to be with because they are not honorable. All right, so let's say you're not honorable and you want to be. Let's say you want a relationship, you want to do better, you want to grow, you want to build your honor. First thing is, honor is built up on adherence to what is right. And so inside a relationship, like I said, everyone already knows what's right. You know what you should do. So inside a relationship, you got to do what you know you should. And don't do what you know you shouldn't. It's not that hard. Do what you know you should and don't do what you know you shouldn't. Don't let your feelings or responses or people make you do or convince you to do what you know you shouldn't. Do what you know you should. Should you be nice? Yes. Should you be respectful? Yes. Should you call a person out their name? No. Should you give other people attention outside that relationship? No. We already know these things. It's just once we get offended, like, I'm going to show him, I'm going to show her, and I'm going to go do my thing. If you want to become honorable, you have to prioritize honor, especially inside of a relationship. Do the things that you know you should. Stop worrying about getting tricked. Stop worrying about getting deceived. Stop worrying about getting catfished or all these things. Do what you know you should. An honorable person, if I went into a relationship and someone used me and I walked away and I know I did the right thing, I can walk away with my head held high. You know, that person was a snake. That person was in it to do me wrong. I can walk away knowing I did everything that I was supposed to do inside the relationship, and I feel good about that. The ending of it may hurt, but I feel good about what I did, and I can continue on in my honor. All right, honor builds trust. Just that simple. Everybody always talks about, man, what can I do to rebuild trust? What can I do? Man, I messed up and trying to fix this relationship. How can I fix it? Honor builds trust. What's that? Do what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it. Be where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. Do the things that you know you should. Don't leave any room for questions. Don't leave any room for guesswork. Be upfront. Build the trust through honor. I'm going to tell you everything up front. I'm going to tell you where I'm going up front. You don't have to guess. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you I'm going to be there with. Tell you how long I'm going to be there. And if I'm there longer, I'm going to call you before the time I said I was going to be back. Say, hey, this happened, this happened, this happened. To build honor, you have to be trustworthy. To build trust, you have to be honorable. Man, be honorable. Do the things that you know you're supposed to do inside that relationship, and don't do the things you know you're not supposed to do. Man, this is really, really simple. This is really, really simple. People try to make it hard. Relationships are simple. Life is simple. We make it hard. Why? Every mistake complicates life. Every mistake that you make inside a relationship complicates it. Every time you lie, every time you cheat, every time you steal, every time you're disrespectful, anything that you do inside the relationship that's wrong only complicates it. If you keep things simple, do what you're supposed to do, say what you're supposed to say, be where you're supposed to be, any relationship can be super simple. Never say no to your husband when it comes to a reasonable request. Never say no to your wife with a reasonable request. What's a reasonable request? Well, reasonable request would be inside a relationship would be, hey, can I have a kiss? The answer should always be yes, not now, but then, or let's talk about it. Those are your only answers. Husband wants some adult time. The answer should always be yes, not now, but then, or let's talk about it. For a reasonable request. Not do you want to go somewhere, but when I'm requesting something of you, the answer should always be yes, not now, or let's talk about it. You should never say no to a request in an honorable relationship. A reasonable request in an honorable relationship, the answer should never be no. Why? Because if it's reasonable, that means it's honorable and it should be done anyway. So the answer should really always be yes, or hey, can we do this later? Yes, but later. See, no is rejection. Not now is, oh yeah, I'm going to get it, and build some anticipation for later. But no says, stop in your tracks, pump the brakes, ain't happening. That's rejection. There's no space for rejection in honor. Since we're in this relationship, everything is acceptance. Honor is acceptance. I'm going to do what I know I'm supposed to do. You do the same thing. We're going to accept each other in every aspect of our life. All of our requests are going to be honored with a yes, not now, or let's talk about it. The only currency in an honor system is honor. Doing what you know you should do. That's the only currency. That's how you pay the price. That's how you keep things together. That's how you get rich. By doing what you know you're supposed to do. That's the only currency. Virtue, honesty, transparency. That's the only currency. There are no transactions in an honor system. We got it wrong. There's no transactions. There's not, I'll do this if you do this. Honor system is, I'm going to do this because it's right. I'm going to do that because it's right. We're always going to do what's right, and we'll honor each other by doing what's right, what we know we already should do. Man, this is too simple. Honor system is simple. Do what you know you're supposed to do above your feelings, thoughts, or even feeling like you've been dishonored or disrespected. Do what you know you're supposed to do, and the honor system will stay intact. If you found value here with the honor system, like, subscribe, and share. Keep your word. If you said you're going to subscribe, you better subscribe. You said you're going to share, you better share. Honor. We got a relationship now. Me and you. We in there. We got a relationship. I'm going to show up every week. I need you to show up every week. That's going to make our relationship great. You're going to get what you want. I'm going to get what I want. We're both going to be happy and satisfied. And guess what? The relationship will be honorable. If you guys enjoyed the honor system, just you wait, man. Next episode, I'm going to show you how to do your homework on people. how to read them like a book, how to know how they're going to act, how they're going to respond, how to be able to see the future, if you will, with a person, man, by just doing your homework on them. You don't want to miss next week's episode on I'm Just Talking Podcast. Like, subscribe, share. Join your boy, man. I went away, came back great. I got a lot still to say. Let's go.